Oh my gosh, it's the return of the King of Diamonds. And that's right, he's back and he's badder than ever. And he does not like the King of Spades a whole lot after the last throw off that they had before. Anyway, he's brought a whole army of people. And don't worry, it only looks like three people, but these are only the three leaders of the entire battle. Besides, King of Spades only has himself. But anyway, we're not using these cards, we're using this army. And what he has challenged the King of Spades onto is a poker match, which seems like a fair match. The problem is it's not fair. The King of Diamonds plans to sabotage him. Anyway, we've got player 1, 2, and 3. They're going to be in these slots here. Okay, so to represent those three slots, my plan is to put a red card here for a player 1 slot. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to have my iMovie people label this 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Alright, so he decides that he wants to sabotage both the King of Spades and player 1, which is just a random person. So he takes his first group here, the Queen of Diamonds. Okay, and to begin off, he shows the 4 queens as the army, and what he does is with this really cool silverback deck, he shows one black queen, and he sets that black queen right over here in player 3, the King of Spades slot. Okay, then what he does next is really, really shocking. Okay, he takes a card like this, okay, and then he also shows people the another queen, of course, the Queen of Hearts. Okay, and they take the Queen of Hearts and they set Queen of Hearts, as shown here, right in player 3's area. Okay, and then he takes the other two queens here and he sets them aside in player 1's area. Okay, so he just sabotaged player 1's hand and is starting to sabotage the King of Spades. Okay, next he shows his own army, which are the 4 kings. Okay, and what happens is he again shows that he takes a black king here and he sets the black king in here to sabotage. Okay, then he also takes another card, slides a card off the bottom and shows the King of Hearts. Okay, and he takes the King of Hearts and says, here, sabotage for me. Okay, so he has the King of Hearts and he sets him right there. Okay, and of course he's got the last 2 kings here and he sets that right there. Player 2 is himself. He plans to give himself a really good hand later on. Anyway, he's still sabotaging over here. And this next sabotage is really, really mean, which is why I said he's back and badder than ever. Okay, he shows that he has 4 aces right here, and he takes the 4 aces, and of them, he shows he's got one of them, which is, of course, a black ace, and he sets that right there. This is the mean part. Okay, he shows, as he slides off a card, and he's got the ace of hearts. He gives him a 6 card to make him look like he's cheating. So even though he might have a bad hand to start, he makes him look like he's cheating. Okay, he takes the last 2 aces and he gives himself the last 2 aces. So player 1 just got sabotaged. Player 2, the King of Diamonds, the very evil king, gave himself a really good hand, in my imagination, and he just gave the King of Spades, the good king, well, a very sabotaged hand. Okay, so player 1, has his hand, and he says, "Okay, what'd you get?" He says, "Unfortunately, I got just, you know, three of a kind. It's not so good." Then, of course, we all know how the King of Diamonds acts. He just starts bragging his head off, like it's like nobody's business, and he says, "Look at me. I've got myself a full house. Not one of you, not even my arch nemesis, the King of Spades, could do better." King of Spades is like, "Probably right. I've only got one, two, three, four." Let's try it again. Four, five cards. Five cards total. Now that right away throws the King of Diamonds off. So he's thinking in his mind, "But I thought I gave him six cards. What's his plan?" I wouldn't know. He's like, I could have gotten any card here. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this special hand here and I'm going to shuffle it. Okay? So he starts mixing them up. And he starts waving his hand around. And the King of Diamonds is thinking this guy's nuts. But anyway, he starts to deal out his cards. He's got Queen of Spades, Jack of Spades, Ace of Spades, King of Spades, and a Ten of Spades. And the King of Spades has won a full house. I'm sorry, a royal flush. The King of Diamonds has a full house. Player one, a random spectator, has three of a kind. And that right away throws King of Diamonds off. And revenge has failed once more for the King of Diamonds. That's all. And don't forget, please subscribe to the King of Spades. If you already have subscribed, promote this to others, because you know how easy it is. It's easy for them too. And here's the sneak peek for the next trick. Anyway, I've been finally reading some comment activity from my viewers. Thank God I finally got some. And one of the comments I thought was pretty interesting, and it was from my craziest card prediction ever.
Thanks for watching The King of Spades and Indigo Company Films.